to make it 1-0 and surely now see us qualify for the Europa League playoffs.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Corners of Europe Challenge, and welcome back to Tromso, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up in which we can confirm our place in the European football next year. It depends on where we finish, but if we do get the results that we need today and other results go our way, we would be qualified for the European football in next season, finally making our return off the back of our first attempt and also missing out on European football this year. So it would complete what we would consider a successful rebuild, probably the best way to describe it. As you can see, we currently sit in third place in the league table, 49 points. The two teams who we're really looking at here, Lillestrom and Vålerenga, two teams who are competing for these spots. We sit 6 points clear of them at the moment with 2 games. So if we lose both of our games and they manage to win both of theirs, both of them, and if we look at the goal difference, so Lillestrom would have to turn over a goal difference of 13, and for Vålerenga it would be 14. It would take a lot of them for them to turn it around and overtake us and make us leave those European spots. So we are in a very, very good position. It's gone down to the last day once again. We haven't confirmed our spot early, but at the same time, we are in a very, very good position to go on and qualify for Europe next year. Obviously, as we said last episode, Molde are in the final for that the Norwegian Cup. If they win it again for like the 5th year in a row now, 4th year, which is just crazy. Same for the league as well. For them, if we do finish third, we make the Europa League playoff. So if we do win that, we would go into the Europa League. If we lose that, I think we go into the Conference League, something like that. I don't really know. I didn't even know there was qualifying games for the Europa League, to be honest. But that's how it is at the moment. We just need to get 1 point. If we even draw against Lillestrom, I think we would stay. So if Starbike win their game, I think they have to play Molde though. Yeah, they do have to play Molde. So assuming they lose that game away from home, I mean Molde have only lost 1 game at home in the last 2 1 game in total in the last 2 seasons. Assuming they lose to Steinbach, lose to Molde, we get a point here. That means they would not go and overtake us. So we're in a very, very good position here. It's all to play for. If we need 1 point as well. So for Vålerenga, they also no, they don't. They have the 2 easiest games in the league. But if we do get that point against Lillestrom here or against Sarpsborg after that, we would be qualified for the Europa League and finish this season in a record position for us of 3rd place. Much to play for, and yeah, we're in a very, very good position, very, very comfortable for the first time in a long time, where I've been able to say that when trying to qualify for the European football, especially on the last day as well. But we still have a job to do. 2 tough games against Lillestrom, one of the contenders for European football, and also against Sarpsborg. Let's go and play this first game of the day against Lillestrom. So the team for this game against Lillestrom starts with Pinto in goal. We've got a backline of him, Jorgensen, Myra and Bajun. Stengel, Dahl, Anderson in the midfield. We've got Erline on the left, Kuto on the right. And Norheim on 22 goals, by the way. I think being up front has definitely benefited him. Kick off here in this game against Lillestrom. We got a win over our rivals. I forgot to show that actually, the schedule. We're going to take a look at that quickly just now. We got a win against our rivals, Bodo Glimt, which has pretty much secured our place in European football now. Huge win for us at home. Since last time out we played this Viking game, and against Vålerenga it's been the same case for us. 4 wins, 2 losses. Pretty good overall really. We've picked up points here and there, and ultimately that's why we sit where we do. But yeah, we inflicted a bit of a lot of the 3rd loss all season for Bodo Glimt, and I'm sure that's the one they're most disappointed in against their rivals. But it was a huge win. I had a lot of confidence going into it that we could play well, and at home we used our advantage and ultimately got the win against them, and now we're just in a really good position. You know, we've played some good football this season. I think we've got money with us. I think we need to secure the defense, because conceding the amount of goals we have, it's not going to be sustainable, as was proved last season. We need to strengthen a little bit, maybe drop into have a halfback, maybe. I'm not really too sure. When we obviously go and plan in the summer what we'll do, we'll have to consider it. But the halfback was dropped in the interests of having Norheim and Ennison in the same team, because the team, I'm pretty sure, never used to have both of them. I don't know what it would have been, but the halfback would have been, it was a bit different for us, and I think we have to change it around, bring that halfback in to secure the defense, especially being hit on the counter attack. And just in general, really, the structure, it helps us to be secure when we go on the attack. Maybe even the inverted fullback, the inverted fullback, so we go to a 3 in attack. It's something we have to consider. I mean, I'd put maybe him as the attacking one, Bajoon, or a replacement for him as the inverted one. As a free kick here from Erline, is forced to save out the Lillestrom goalkeeper. There's ways we can set up a 3 at the back, and I think it's definitely needed. A lot of modern tactics, especially a tiki-taka style, do contain 3 players at the back, and it's something you have to incorporate now, and I think that's what we're going to have to do if we want to secure the defence. Probably some additions we need. I mean, we need a new centre-back with Jorgensen leaving. Pinto, whether he stays or not, he would take up a large sum of our transfer budget. We can return him on, we can bring him back. I think no, they would have extended his contract, but we do obviously have that clause of 1.3 million to bring him in permanently. Whether we do or not is a different question, because it's a huge fee to pay. Maybe we can put installments, but I'm not really too sure. It's all the things we have to consider if we do make European football. We still might not if we don't get a result in this game. As I say, all we need is a draw, and we would confirm ourselves in European football. That doesn't decide where we would finish in this season, but it would definitely confirm us in European football. I mean, it can be confirmed today with a few results going our way. As it stands, Steinbach are losing, and what else is going on? So we've dropped some points now. Lillestrom catching back up. This free kick here would raise the roof if it can go in for the fans here in the stadium. Erline with the free kick, he's gone across, and it's hit the crossbar. Keeper could not get to that. It's a very, very unfortunate shot for Erline there, and he isn't able to put it away in the end. But we've been playing well recently, been able to get goals as well, especially in that Bodo Glimt game. We were losing, and we managed to come and get the win in the end, so that's important here. Myra with the long range shot. He hasn't scored a goal for us here since he's been at the club, and that would have been a screamer if that had gone in. Not to be on that occasion. As you can see there, they're catching up. The other teams are catching up. I think everyone is winning apart from us, and we are playing one of the teams involved in this. Why every time does it go to the last day? At least this time it's not like crazy numbers. I don't think it is crazy numbers. There is going to be a penalty check here. I don't think it's going to go. Why even waste our time? I think I'm going to speed it up so we can get to a decision, because they're always never in our favour. We've sped it up there, and the decision is, go on, give us a penalty. No, he's not going to give us a penalty. Oh well, what can you do really? We need to continue this pressure that we've put on. We've been good here in the first half. Apart from that goal we have conceded, just a slip ball through. It's insecure at the back from us. Maybe a bit of a lower line needed, something like that, to fix issues like that. Or will be confronted in the summer. If we don't have that secure defence, we are going to struggle in the European football, and it's something we really have to consider going into those qualifiers. The qualifiers probably won't be on camera. Obviously, if we do qualify, it depends really. If we make the Europa League playoff, then we probably won't even. We probably will play it, but if we don't, and I'm not sure if we will or not. I mean, we've been third for so much of this season. We'll have to see. I think we will show it though, depending on who we play, because it'll be a tough game. I think if we lose that though, we go down to the Conference League, if I'm not mistaken. I really don't know. The rules are very unclear. It says we make a Europa League playoff. I didn't even know that was a thing. But if you lose that, do you just miss out on football completely? Because surely you drop down. I don't really know. We'll have to go and take a look when that time comes and when it is necessary. I think for the Conference League, it is all qualifiers, so it would make sense maybe for us to drop down. I'm not too sure really. We're going to have to take a look here as Lillestrom find themselves in on goal. Luckily that doesn't go in on that occasion. Bit more defending required from us here to see out this first half, as the half-time whistle is going to go here. On camera, of course, we just play bad. Why wouldn't we? It's not like European qualification is on the line, but as it stands, we are still on track to go and qualify for the Europa League. As it stands, we'll make a few changes here as him has picked up a bit of a knock, so we'll swap them around, and we'll bring on Ramaj at the back to see how he does. Give him a few minutes there. I think so. Mulder have got to play some of the real top teams, if I'm not mistaken. They have got to play, or is it just the one team they've got left to play? They have Sarpsborg going to play now, then Stybike, and Stybike are one of the teams, probably the biggest threat to our position here at the top of the at the for the Conference League spot, because the goal difference as well for these other two teams is crazy to overturn. So Stybike are definitely the biggest threat. Depending on if they do win that game. They are drawing at the moment. If they do pick up an extra 2 points, they would go close to us, but if they do lose against Mulder and the other two teams do win, it's most likely that we still would get that third place spot because of the goal difference we've been able to build. Loads of goals scored, but we have conceded the third worst goals in the league. That definitely needs to be addressed, because that will not be forgiven when we go into the qualifiers, as we already saw against Vikinger. Anderson, it's Erline with a header in the end, and none of them are able to convert. This game against Lillestrom was always going to be tough away from home, a very, very good team. But second place last year, I think they finished. But ultimately, it's just not going to come for us here. We're not going to find the result if we can't turn up. I've just seen a player get subbed on here. Is that who I think it is? Well, I don't know where it's gone now, but in a second we'll go and take a look at a player who's just been subbed on for Lillestrom here at right back. Is it who I think it is? Leo Kornick. He used to play with us, yeah. He did used to play with us. I thought I recognised the name. He was on loan with us. I do remember that. As that shot goes in there, and Dahl possibly just scored the goal to see us into the Europa League qualifiers. A great finish from him. Just what we needed. And yeah, simple as that really. We've grown back into this game. It was always going to be tough to come here against Lillestrom. Very, very good team, but it looks like we are going to come away with at least a point if we can hold on. We have been getting better at holding on to results, especially that Bodo Glimt game. That was a real test of character. We knew what was on the line against our rivals, but ultimately we were able to hold out and get the result, and it was absolutely huge for us to be able to do that. So yeah, big goal from Dahl there. Kornick is in this Lillestrom team, which is, I mean, is he any good? How old is he now? 27, I think I saw he was. He looks all right, to be fair. He's been around the clubs in this first division, but yeah. Good, nice to see him still in the football divisions here in Norway. One of our former players from the first season we were here. I'm pretty sure the backup. No, he used to play left back for us actually. Not the backup, because he was a natural right back, but he could also play left back, and he was a wrong-footed. And he's just scored against us. There's no way. His second goal of the season, and why do I even mention it? To be honest, that is just crazy. He is a natural right-footer, but we played him at left back, and he has just scored against us. Oh, I can't believe that. We're going to have to go attacking. There's nothing really to lose for us here. We can confirm ourselves in the Europa League if we do pick up a point here, I'm pretty sure, or maybe not actually, but we've got nothing to lose here. We might as well go on the attacking mindset. Is there going to be one final chance for us here as Mauro Couto loses out on that ball very rarely? He's had an amazing season for us, by the way. He could honestly win player of the season at the club. Probably he's the closest contender to Norheim maybe, but he's been very, very impressive. And if he can come up with a late goal here in this game, that would be appreciated. But it looks like it might be Lillestrom with the final chances. That shot does go in, and that confirms the win for them. Our 10th loss in the league this season. Not been that impressive. That's why I said it's not been too competitive for these spots, but everyone is still close. There's many things we need to improve. Even though we're going to finish, by the looks of it, third place, there's a lot for us to address, and hopefully we kind of go on and do that in the summer. It's going to be very, very big. Money needs to be spent, and ultimately we're going to have to come away with what we need from this summer going into whatever qualifiers we play. But as it stands, it looks like it will be the Europa League, because Steinbach have won their game. Yeah, they have won their game quite big, with a big scoreline as well. But if Steinbach lose to Molde, which you would think they would, considering they're 30 points clear of us nearly, and they lose, Lillestrom win, and Valerenga are out of actually the top spots. So if they lost their game, they've drawn their game actually with a 92nd minute equaliser. So all we need, and that is going to make it 4-1. It isn't, luckily. Been a poor game really, to be honest. There's going to be one final corner for Lillestrom here. As it stands, if Stuyvesant lose to Mulder and we lose, and also if where are they? Where are they gone now? Lillestrom win their game, they would need to score. How many goals would it be? It'd be like 8 goals, something like that, or 9 goals even, assuming we win, like lose like 1-0. If we do lose, that is. So we're on for a very good finish end to this season. What is Steinbach's goal difference? They've actually got a better goal difference than us. So a draw against Mulder in their own stadium, in the Mulder Stadium, would see them into the third place spot. So it's going to be an interesting last day. We're playing Sarpsborg, so very important game. Some final day drama here. Disappointing to lose out in this one, but we are still on track for the Europa League playoff here. So the team for this final game of the season against Sarpsborg, just a one change for us. Starts with Pinto in goal. We've got a backline of him, Jorgensen, Ramaj Ambajun, Stengel, Dahl, Enerson in the midfield. We've got Erline on the left, Kuta on the right, and Norheim up top. Kick off here in this game against Sarpsborg. I don't even know what we need at this point, to be honest, but we're in a very good position, let's just put it that way. I think everyone's playing at the same time, I would assume so. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, everyone is playing at the same time now, so we will get the results as the day goes on for us. But yeah, we know exactly what we need to do, just get a win, simple as that really. At home, Sarpsborg, a team we should be able to beat now after all the fun games we used to have against them. Now is the real time to just get one up on them, and they're out of contention for these European spots now after formerly being so. But yeah, we know what we need to do, and we're going to go and get that result today to end off this season. We don't want to end on a 11th loss of the season, which for a team who's got, looks like we might get third in the league, that's quite, it's not the best effort, to be honest, but I think there's still things we need to address, looking at the defence more, most importantly, maybe a bit of a change in the tactic. I mean, obviously the tiki-taka, it's good, keeping the ball, passing it around nicely. It's working well, and this system is good, but I think there just needs to be some things, especially looking towards securing the defence. I mean, the fullbacks and the centre-backs they've worked a bit better, obviously, because we've won games, but it's just, we need to be more consistent, and I think maybe there's a bit of change in the tactic that will lead to that. So hopefully that can be found. New, obviously, centre back will come in, maybe even looking at the new fullbacks coming in. So all things that we have to consider going into the next season. Hopefully I can make, I should say, the right decisions in bringing in those players. Lots of money as well, should we want to go and spend. As Erline here on the left side gets a goal to make it 1-0 and surely now see us qualify for the Europa League playoffs. I've already said that once today, but we didn't get the result that we wanted in the end. But at home here, we should really be able to get it, as in that game, the only other great game with a goal win apart from this game down here, Bodo Glimt winning 3-1 away from home inside 10 minutes. That's an interesting scoreline there. Mulder have not scored. It's the one time I'm wanting Mulder to score, to be honest. They're just so annoying, but they need to do us some favours here. They already have by beating some of the teams in contention for these spots. Recently, we also played them, and we lost like 3-1. We were alright, but we didn't come out with the result that we wanted, as Mulder have gone 1-0 up now. We're still there, 4 points clear at the top. At the top of the rest, let's just put it that way, because there's Mulder, and then there's Bodo Glimt, and then there's the rest of us. Really, we're in a good position, and we are on track to go and qualify for that third place spot, better than we want, but I think we'll go and take it, to be honest, because the income we'll get playing in that playoff, and if we obviously lose, I am assuming we would go down to the Conference League, but I genuinely don't know. We'll just have to see. If we do win it, we were in the Europa League, it's going to be extremely tough for us, but it's experience and we have to build. I think next season is important to continue to play well in the league and qualify again, because if we miss out again, that will be very frustrating. This season has gone very fast. It's been how many episodes have we had this season? Like 5 episodes, I'm pretty sure, for this season, so it's gone quite quick. Obviously, with if you count the Viking game, I guess that was 6. But yeah, 5 episodes. We wouldn't want to miss out. We want to see things. 21st episode today. We want to really start to see things. It might be a very long time whilst we're here, but at least we're going to make it eventful. And playing in the Europa League, however tough it may be, will be part of that. And as Erline there at the back post gets his second goal of the game, on for a hat trick to see us into the Europa League. It's a great goal from him. Unmarked back post, and he has got a goal to make it 2-0 here just before half time. But yeah, I think the issue we had is when we were in the Conference League, we were bad in the league as well, and we just scraped a playoff spot. So if we can go and be better in the league and be better in the Conference League, we'll do much better. But if we convert that into the Europa League as well, we're going to be much better. We're going to play teams and we're going to be able to get results against them, be much more convincing. The same season, obviously, as I'm saying, we're doing bad in the league, we do bad in the Conference League, and that has to carry through. It's going to carry through, even though it's two separate things. That's how I treated it. Ultimately, form and morale and stuff like that, it all does carry through, and it's something that we do have to manage. And we have to have a good season at the end of the day in both tournaments, combine them, and it has to turn out to be good. But yeah, as it stands, it looks like we are set to go on and qualify for this third place spot, the Europa League playoff. What's the date today? No, it's not. I've just remembered it's not even yet. So there's going to be a few days before we even play those playoffs. I think we'll advance it relatively quickly. I was thinking that the playoff is literally going to be after this game, but it isn't. We have to wait now, which is it's a very interesting place, isn't it? In Norway at the Tromso arena, you don't get it. It's not the most. It's an unusual experience. Let's put it that way. It's Norheim there. Gets his 21st goal in the league, if I'm not mistaken, if he stays on side here, to make it 3-0 and secure us in that Europa League spot. A huge goal for us if it does go. The arms are in the air. Norheim is going to win the Golden Boot as well, by the way, which is a remarkable result. Finally, a striker who's scored 20 goals for us, returning back. I mean, the two things I always want in a team: never to lose at home and to have a 20-goal striker. That's exactly what we've got. We'll give some final appearances to some of these boys. I'm thinking some of them are going to leave. Is Strogvis leaving? I'm not sure if he is leaving, but I'm pretty sure Delavris is going to be leaving by the end of the season. How did I look at that information just then? When does Strogvis contract expire? 2028. I think it might be the end for Strogvis as well, so we'll give him some minutes. Ariagada has got time on his contract. Yeah, he has got time, and so has Norby. Yeah, I know he has got. That will be a decision made whether or not he stays. But yeah, Strogvist, the Lavris could be the end for them, so we'll give them a few minutes here to see them out of the Tromsø arena as the full-time whistle is going to go in this game, and we have made the Europa League playoffs. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow for the start of a new season. Thank you, bye.